Welcome, everybody, to Blissfully Aware, the show in which three opinionated people discuss what's going on in fandom and nerd news in general. I am Bliss, and as always, I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Kelty and Kendra. Hello, ladies.
Sup?
Hello, everyone.
I missed you last week. We had one hell of an episode.
We did. We were in Las Vegas.
We were in Vegas, but we were going to record before Vegas, but then my computer took a shit on itself, and the fan was so loud that you could hear it, like, from downstairs. So
it was like
it's not going to be
the
able
fan
to.
was like hitting the inside of the casing, so
like,
with every rotation it was like so that was non-conducive to recording.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But then we went to Vegas.
And then we went to Las Vegas, which was nice because I hadn't traveled in nearly 2 years, and I'd never been to Las Vegas before, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And I got confirmed multiple times that I still don't have COVID-19.
Yep, me too.
Well, that's good. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because I plan on coming to see y'all soon. My first travel in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Getting a medical test in the parking structure of a Vegas casino at 7 a.m. was not how I envisioned my first trip to Las Vegas going, but I'm glad that it wasn't a test for an STD at the very least, which feels like a very Vegas thing, having like a drive-through 7 a.m. medical STD test.
I was gonna say, I definitely pictured my first trip to Vegas having a medical test in a parking structure of a casino, but not up my nose. That was weird, but like, fine, whatever, who cares?
Well,
Anyway,
right.
Travel is different now. Get used to that forever. This feels very post 9/11.
Yeah.
Where first time I went into an airport after 9/11, and I was like, wow, things are never going to be the same.
Yeah.
They're never going back, man.
There was a time, kids, where you didn't have to take off your shoes.
There was a time where if you were taking someone to the airport, you could fucking walk right up to the gate with them and romantically kiss them in front of the big windows as you bid a tearful farewell.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever happens in movies. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird to think that now we're gonna get Q-tips shoved up our nose forever.
And arriving 2 hours before your international flight is now 2 days.
Yeah.
You gotta get the fucking test. The molecular PCR test.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. Enough of that.
Well, yeah. So, you know what else is, like, apparently, I don't know, bad transition.
You know what else is like 9/11?
Oh my god!
Sorry. You do not have to keep that in. You know what else is terrorism? Yeah.
Woo!
Woo, boy!
Anyway, yes, some of the bomb. So, yikes, kids.
So, I was at work that day, so I saw this all in bits and pieces. What did they call the bomb threat on? Like, what was the person's crime that they deserved to be bombed?
They had a long thread explaining that context is important when discussing loli and shota and waifu and husbando terms, and that they've been around longer than most of these kids have been alive, and they're not as offensive as these kids seem to think it is. So, thus they deserve to die.
Yeah, okay. I had no idea what, like, the original transgression, quote-unquote, was.
I don't know.
I just saw that and suddenly people were reporting, or were, like, threatening to mail them a bomb, and, like, took images of, like, packages with their P.O. box address written on it.
Yeah.
And then they get contacted by whatever the UK FBI is. I don't know.
It was the
Scotland Yard, the Bobbies.
It was the counterterrorism.
Counterterrorism?
Yeah.
Yeah, something or other.
Ha 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 ha.
So,
that was fun.
Yeah. So, I guess we weren't here, but they talked about it on the last episode. Stupidest day of that fucking officer's life. Can you imagine?
God, can you imagine this kid, like, trying to explain why they're sending a bomb threat, and, like, the guy is just sitting there, like,
posting evidence of it on their fucking Twitter?
And this guy is just like, I haven't even had my fucking coffee yet, like,
I mean,
I got into this business to I don't know, stop deadly attacks on against my nation, and now I'm moderating an internet screaming match about cartoon porn.
Yep.
I'm telling you, shit never goes back. This is the state of fandom. People are still adding the FBI. Stop adding the FBI and keeping ACAB in your bio, you hypocrites. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
No, it's fine. I just can't imagine, like who runs the FBI's Twitter? Like, whose job is that? Because on the one hand...
Styles Stilinski.
On the one hand, I don't know. Because, see, the thing is, like, I'm sure people are adding the FBI all over sorts of shit. Like, I'm sure Karens are like, this place was forcing people to wear masks, destroy them. And then on the other hand, you have, like, insane fucking conspiracy QAnon people of being like, Hillary Clinton's, eating children's body parts in the basement of pizza parlors, get them. And then you have these people being like, cartoon porn is terrorism, get them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's a bunch of nonsense getting tweeted at the FBI all day, every day, obviously. But then, like, surely someone has to go through the FBI Twitter account's ats to, like, double check.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does someone, like, have to go through them? And because if someone's like, hey, it's dangerous for me, or I can't get in touch with you, but, like, there's a massive human trafficking ring being run out of this motel. Okay, bye. And, like, I don't know. Does someone have to double check all the FBI ats in case one of the tips is legitimate?
I don't know, but I'm going through the latest ats for the FBI, and they're stupid.
I can imagine, because most of Twitter is stupid. And the idea that any business could like, maintains an official Twitter account is, speechless. I'm speechless at that thought.
Fucking Ted Cruz getting into a fight with Big Bird on Twitter yesterday.
It's fucking stupid. It's a waste of all of our time.
God.
So,
This is the stupidest goddamn timeline.
But then I'm like, so that's, like, obviously not a great job to have at the FBI? Like, presumably, if I'm being uncynical about it, you joined the FBI because you wanted to protect people or solve crime or something like that. And then to have this be your gig, maybe they partner with, like a media outlet firm, like, maybe that's a subcontracted job or something.
Yeah.
But
some online security.
On the other hand, like, maybe that is, like, I don't know what the restriction levels at the FBI are like if something's top secret or whatever. So someone has to be vetted before they can handle the FBI Twitter account.
No.
This is a stupid rabbit hole I've dug myself into.
Oh my god.
But
I'm realizing everything is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all stupid all the way down.
It's all turtles all the way down.
It's all turtles all the way down. It's fucking...
FBI adds itself to report itself to the FBI.
It's gonna start getting into Twitter feuds with Wendy's.
Or it'll be like that...
That's not even a funny joke.
It'll be like that bot... There was a bot on Twitter that was completely an AI, like, and it was supposed to learn from interacting with other Twitter users how to convincingly pass as a Twitter user, I guess, like a human being.
Mm.
And within, like, 2 days, it was a Nazi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we all remember that?
I do.
I remember. Her name was Taylor, and she was supposed to be 16.
Oh my god, that's sad. So yeah, that's the state of Twitter. That was the state of Twitter, like, 4 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
that's still the state of Twitter.
But it's gotten worse, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's only...
That was the state of Twitter 4 years ago, and it gets worse.
Yeah, fair. No, I don't know. It's all stupid. Don't make fake bomb threats.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a fake bomb threat. It's a threat. It has threat right in it.
Guys, I know that you're all too young to remember a time before 9/11, but as earlier stated, the world is different now, and bomb threats aren't funny. It's not a good joke.
Yeah, the whole point is that it's a threat where you don't know if it's real or not until it's too late.
Yeah.
So they have to treat every single threat like it's real.
So you're not, like...
You're wasting everyone's motherfucking time, and
You're
stop.
wasting their time, you're wasting their resources, and you're wasting my patience. Like, don't. It's not haha funny time. You're gonna get in trouble. You're fucked. For life.
Yeah, that's, I don't think anyone comes back from, like, threats of terrorism charges.
Like,
maybe I'm wrong.
If anybody were to threaten me with a bomb, yes, I'm pressing charges. ACAB.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make
But
that
fuck
my
you.
fucking day job. Yeah. I will go broke. I will sell my house. I am pursuing that case.
I've already discussed it with my lawyer, should it ever happen.
Yeah.
We're on standby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have this shit covered, so don't, guys. It's not funny. And you're gonna ruin your life for a meme. Is that what you want?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
yeah, a lot of people apparently. I mean, this actually was not planned, but that's kind of what an NFT is, isn't it? That's a segue.
Oh, shit.
That is a segue.
Yeah.
Check her out.
NFTs, ruin your life for a meme.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great slogan to get all those crypto nerds to buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, apparently.
So, we all played Neopets, right?
Vaguely.
I was super into Neopets. That was
I
my
very
whole,
much liked it.
That was my whole 2001 career right there.
I was already reading porn.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I mean, so was I. But I was also doing Neopets. I was in that weird transitional phase of life.
They had us play Neopets in school as a way to, like, monitor how we, like, spent our money.
You went to a fucking weird school.
Yeah.
Every time you tell me a story about school.
Yeah. Anytime you're like, we, and I'll think that you mean the two of us. And you'll be like, oh, we in school. And I'm like, no, Bliss, that was just you.
No, I find out, like, still now, that the rural-ass schools I went to had some very interesting concepts about how to teach children things. Like, apparently you're not supposed to recreate Nazi Germany in high school.
That's a big no. Big time no.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not supposed to recreate Nazi Germany, period.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of a no-no.
With the rare exception of being like a stage play or a movie, that's never a good time.
So for anybody who doesn't know what Neopets is, I'm just going to go ahead and explain real quick. Neopets is a virtual pet website where users can own virtual pets, aka Neopets, and buy virtual items for them using one of two virtual currencies. One currency is called Neopoints, which can be earned within the site playing games, and the other is Neocash, which can either be purchased with real-world money or won by, like, a chance game. Neopets have been around since, like, 1999, and they were developed by two college kids. This is now just, like, my personal knowledge, by the way. I know a lot about Neopets. My sister's autistic. Neopets is one of her special interests.
Oh, that's so cute!
That is cute.
I mean, it was one of mine for a while there.
She's designing our thumbnail this week for us. She designed us a little NFT based off of the monster sona I designed back during our Little Nas X episode. So that's fun.
This is very esoteric.
Yeah. Anyway.
I want my monster sona and more stuff. I like the monster sona. I'm super cute as a monster.
You're very cute as a monster. I will draw us more monster sona stuff. But so, Neopets was designed by two college students who thought it'd be a fun project, and then they ended up selling it to a guy. He decided to base the business model of how to make Neopets profitable off of the Church of Scientology's business model.
Well, okay.
Oh.
That's not, like, important to the story, but I do think it's interesting, so the more you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's...
That interests me.
Yeah, it's a fun fact, I suppose.
When did this happen? This, like, change in business model?
Let's see. The exact year was... Christmas of 99. It was sold to American businessman Doug Dorig.
Okay.
So December, January, so 99, 2000.
Yeah, I was just curious as to, like, if that was when, before or after I'd been hooked into the Neo frenzy.
Dorig used Scientology's org board, so their organization's board, to manage the company, even.
Weird.
That's unsettling. Vaguely unsettling.
Yeah. Neopets, like a lot of social media, did well financially for a while, especially after they introduced the concept of Neo Cash, in which you have to, like, pay for money to buy stuff, obviously.
Yeah, that was long after I had left, because I was probably done with Neopets in, like, 2004? 5? That might be even stretching it a bit.
But so, much like every social media site, it is going to have its downfall, and it has been going through a decline the past several years.
17 years? Like...
And it keeps trying to do things to, like, boost interest. Like, it created a trading card game for a minute.
Oh.
I did hear about that, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
in 2018.
Man, whoa! More recently than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I assumed it had been way later and I had heard about it way later, but apparently not.
No, it's pretty recent. So their most recent attempt at clawing their way back into
relevance,
user interaction, is they have jumped on the NFT bandwagon, and they are going to start selling as of the day that this podcast is released, Friday, November the 12th, 2021. They are selling Neopets NFTs for the Neopet Metaverse.
What?
Y'all shouldn't.
Okay, so the NFTs, are they like images of specific Neopets?
So I sent y'all guys a Google Doc with some images. So Neopets partnered with a separate group to manage the NFT portion, Neopets Metaverse. And essentially they're designing the bespoke, one-of-a-kind Neopet skins with accessories.
Bespoke Neopets.
That is what they said.
Ah.
Because you remember how paintbrushes worked on Neopets.
I don't remember paintbrushes. I was never able to get any.
Yes, I remember paintbrushes. So, well, I remember, first of all, you could, on your account, when I, as a tween, was super into Neopets, you could have 6 Neopets. And there were, like, different species, little adoptables, and there were a few that you could just adopt. There were a few that were, like, rare, and you had to get them a certain special way. And you could get them in, like, a variety of basic colors. It's like, you know, blue, yellow, green, red. And then, if you wanted your Neopet to be fancy, you had to use what was called a paintbrush on it, which was this little item. And it had basically a design attached to it. So there was a fairy paintbrush, there was a fire paintbrush, like a Wicked Flames paintbrush. There was others. There was a skeleton paintbrush.
There was a rainbow paintbrush.
There was a rainbow.
They have a cyborg one now, like a robot one.
Yeah, I do remember that one. And so, yeah, these paintbrushes were extremely rare, extremely expensive. You had to either, like, achieve certain, like, milestones, like a high score in a mini game, or you had to, like, be at a certain event to get one. Like,
yeah.
they were hard to come by. They were not, and it was a one-time thing that you could use on your Neopet, and it would give it a cool color scheme or design. And because other people, other accounts could see your Neopets, it was a bit of a flex.
Yeah. So, yeah, the Neopets are, like, they're fancy designs. I want to say that they're auto-generated, personally, because they're ugly as hell. Sorry if you like them. The
NFT ones?
The NFT ones.
Yeah, I'm seeing this one that has, like, a peppermint swirl?
It's got, like, a peppermint swirl. The one underneath it, it has a luchador mask and, like, an Egyptian dress, and they're ugly.
Oh, that's all over the place.
And, like, weird, like, jade body paint.
It's also very sad looking.
Yeah, he looks very sad. I remember there was a gray paintbrush, which I coveted, because it turned your Pokemon, I was about to say. Same idea. It turned your Neopet gray, like, color-wise. But it also made your Pokemon... Oh my god, I swear to god, I didn't mean to do that. It also made your Neopet, like, very depressed looking. Like, it just made them look really bummed out.
Yeah.
And, like, slouchy. And
Yeah.
so I was like, oh my god, I love this. This is me. This is who I am. This is part of my identity and I want it.
This Neopets Metaverse is creating... Initially, they planned on making 20,500 different NFTs. But the initial backlash was so severe, they cut it in half.
Dang.
And they're using Solana blockchain as their cryptocurrency of choice, because apparently it's slightly more environmentally friendly. Big air quotes, because that is not super proven anywhere I looked.
Are we going to explain what an NFT is?
We are going to explain what an NFT is.
Okay.
So, an NFT is stupid and complicated. And that's the explanation. No.
Thanks for listening.
I can break it down, like, a little bit. NFT stands for non-fungible token. So that's what the actual letters stand for. The gist is that you are taking a file, and it can be any file, it can be an image, it can be a video, and you are basically attaching a certificate of authenticity to that file, saying, this is the one, the original, this is the one that is special because I say so. And the way you can verify that, because you're thinking, well, you could just surely copy the file that is the certificate of authenticity and then have two certificates of authenticity. The way you verify which file, which NFT is the true quote-unquote original one, is through the blockchain. And the blockchain is a very complex piece of technology, which is how cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin operates. Basically, because even I don't really fucking understand how the blockchain works, because no one does. Because the blockchain is available and accessible to everyone on multiple machines, and its data is stored in, like, small packets that everyone has access to, everyone can check, that is stored on multiple machines around the world, you can take the file and basically match it up with the transaction log on the blockchain and determine which is the true verified NFT. So basically, they have undone the benefits of digital files, because the whole point of a digital file was that you could copy and paste it, and you could have two exact copies, and the copy was in no way inferior to the original. Now we have undone that, because human beings like scarcity and like to have things that other people don't have. So, an NFT can be anything. It can be like a video, a pixel sprite, a meme. Like, people have been selling, like, the quote original copies of memes a lot as NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, buying houses with them. Like, for quite a bit of money. So, like, I guess good for them.
Also, the way that the receipt is generated, the, like, token of authenticity for your NFT, is incredibly damaging to the environment because of the amount of electricity it uses. So, fuck NFT.
Yeah, basically, in order to verify and keep track of this original one file that can't be or it can be copied, but if you copy it, everyone knows and it's worthless, but can't be replicated, is that it requires a lot of computing power, and that means, like, using enough electricity to power a house for several days for one transaction.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It is stupid, and people are now creating en masse NFTs as a cash grab. Everybody is trying to make that NFT money while it's hot.
Yeah, so basically the first things that were, like, kicking off for NFTs were quote-unquote original works of digital art, being like, oh, like, the thing about a painting is that the artist, the master, the auteur, can only work on one. Like, the artist works on the original painting, they hang it up somewhere, and unless you too can get your physical body to that one painting, wherever it is in the world, and stand in front of it, and look at the painting, you are seeing an inferior replication of that work. Because photographs, digital screens, they never quite replicate a painting, a physical object, with 100% authenticity as it would look to your own eyes in the world. Like, lighting a painting, like, I've done this for work and for school in the past. Taking a photograph of artwork, whether it's scanned or captured on a big fancy camera system, it's difficult. You get a lot of, like, color shift, you get a lot of, like, you have to do a lot of white balancing, color correction. So, there is something lost when you are looking at a painting on a screen or in a textbook or something different than otherwise you just standing in front of the work of art and looking at it with your own eyes. So, but the thing about a digital file or a video or an NFT is that there is nothing different about the NFT file of the Nyan Cat GIF and the copy of the file of the Nyan Cat GIF that I have on my hard drive right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are indistinguishable. Nothing is different between them at all, except we have come up with a way to say that one is more valuable than the other because I say so.
For sure.
And the way we have come up with that is by burning down some rainforests.
Yay!
Hooray! Rich people are at it again.
They have taken the idea of, like, the exclusivity and the limitations of an original copy of something, the scarcity of that, and the, like, rarity associated with it, and just mapped that onto digital files, and for some reason, everyone is falling for it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like, I did not expect this to take off at all. This was a stupid fucking idea when I first heard of it, and it still is, but people with money are buying these things.
People with money are idiots.
They need to buy things because they have money to burn. And it's the en vogue thing to own.
Oh, but do you own it? Like, do you really?
That's the thing. You don't. It's like owning something in a video game. It doesn't actually exist in the meat space. It exists in the metaverse. And everything in the metaverse it isn't real. If the internet crashes tomorrow, all of your thousands and thousands of Bitcoin or whatever are gone.
But here's the thing. Like, I could buy this, it would still be stupid, but I could get it if somehow the NFT file, the quote-unquote original, the authentic one, if that was somehow only visible or usable by the owner of the NFT, then I get it. Because, while stupid, it does replicate that scarcity or rarity idea of, like, oh, I spent all this money, so I'm the only person in the world who gets to experience this work of art, this painting, this whatever, this 50-second Grimes clip or whatever it is. Like,
monkey smoking a blunt. It's what it is. It's what one was.
It's one of them. Yeah.
It's just a monkey smoking a blunt.
But, like, you don't even have that.
No.
You don't even get to lock it away and be like, no one can see it but me! Like, everyone else in the world can see it. Yep. You just own the idea that this is the original.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's next? Mark my fucking words. You know what's next? Some fucking performance artist is going to be like, this image, this gif of the Nyan Cat is the paratextual NFT because I say so. The NFT is made by me on my cognitive blockchain, and this one is worth millions of dollars because I say that this is the new original, and someone's gonna fucking fork out some money for it. Someone is going to be like, yes, cognitive NFTs are the new thing. This one's the proto-original. I mean,
Can we do that?
I already left the fine art world once.
I can't do this.
I'm not
again.
going back. I hate those people.
Yeah, I'm so tired of rich people.
So, to bring this all back around, people have been producing en masse, like the monkey smoking joint NFTs, where it's just a base character with a bunch of different accessories, and that's what makes each one bespoke and different. And they're just making money hand over fist. And they're all so ugly and stupid.
I've never seen one that I thought was cute.
Oh, no, me neither. And it's disappointing seeing artists you like buy into it, because if you feel very strongly about us not burning down the rainforest for Twitter JPEGs, then, like, yeah.
I do.
It has now crossed into Fandom Spaces via Neopets doing this. And, like, fans of Neopets, because there still are fans of Neopets, surprisingly enough.
That does surprise me.
For the most part, very upset about this because it's stupid, and there are things that Neopets could actually be spending time and, like, money on, like improving their site, or making it more interesting, or, blah, blah, blah.
Anything else.
Anything else. Instead, we're going to invest in this. And then it's also become an issue for the furry community, wherein Lindsay Lohan partnered with the Canine Cartel.
Oh, Canine Cartel.
Wow.
She had a fursona of her made and auctioned off. The fursona doesn't have, it's supposed to be Lindsay Lohan, whatever. It's like a white wolf with red hair in a blue, like, suit thing.
Laser?
It just looks like a furry wolf. It doesn't look like anybody.
Sorry.
There's no ears.
No, there isn't.
That was a
If
huge
there are
complaint.
ears, they're under her super red hair. But
yeah.
Can I just read, I actually don't even know what this is. I think maybe this is their website. But I just want to read this little blurb that is on the document that you shared with us, where the Canine Cartel, I guess, introduces themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Cause it's some 2003 shit.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
The Canine Cartel is a pack of 10,000 of the craziest mutts to ever run these streets.
Oh no.
Each canine NFT is a unique ERC-721 digital collectible living on the Ethereum blockchain.
Oh.
Your canine makes you one of us.
Oh.
But be warned.
Oh.
We're a ride or die crew.
Oh.
Getting in is simple. Getting out won't be good for your health.
Do you want to hear the rest of that blurb?
What?
It gets crazier.
Like it's a real gang.
No, it gets fucking crazier.
Of furry NFTs.
And they're not furries. These people aren't furries. The, like, creator.
No, that's the thing. We saw that he was very mad that he was compared to furries.
Yeah, he was very mad. The creator is not a furry. And so Wani Cage tweets, "Didn't think I'd have to do this, but Canine Cartel is not a furry NFT. We do not sexualize animals. It's tasteless and disgusting." So a lot of furries are pissed off.
Imagine being like, oh yeah, we're a fucking tough cartoon dog gang, but also we're not furries, they're lame. The goal! the hubris of these people!
It's a lot.
I'm reading some of the lore, and this is like old furry role-playing forums that you would have found in the years 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit us with it, Bliss.
So the backstory for Canine Cartel on their website reads, "The cats used to run everything in this shithole land. A hound couldn't sell a spliff to a rat without turning up looking like a ball of used yarn. Everything changed when a mean motherfucker named El Doge came along. El Doge was the leader us worthless mutts needed. Pack by pack, he rallied the Dobermans, the Huskies, the Pit Bulls, and the rest of them. The Chihuahuas were the last to join.
The others.
Goddamn grifters.
Man, why you fucking hating on Chihuahuas?
Eventually, we were an army, a pack, ready to declare war with the cats. We struck first, but those kitties had claws, and every goddamn one of them must have had 9 lives. Tough bastards. Some thought the war would never end. Years of bloodshed went by until eventually every dog and cat in this hellhole met for the ultimate battle. It raged for days, taking the lives of many good hounds and sending countless cats back to the purgatory they came from.
No, it's real.
No.
It's got like 3 hours.
No.
It's real.
I quit.
Like, it's so funny to me because it's like this super cheesy cartoon cat dog fight backstory, but then also it's like there's like a lot of swearing.
There's also a lot of like weird racial, like questionable language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned about the Chihuahua remark.
The Chihuahua, they use in their website a lot of like appropriated Hispanic lingo and words, and they call like people rats when like maybe like alluding to different races.
Huh.
So vaguely racist. So Lindsay Lohan's specific canine cartel fursona, if you can call it that, because they claim they're not furries. It sold for 1.3 Ethereum and then was resold by that buyer for 20 Ethereum, which at the time equaled $84,000.
Woof.
That means something to me.
Oh, I guess I should have said woof.
That
That was unintentional. And like, I don't know, man. Is Lindsay Lohan still a relevant, like, celebrity feature?
No, this was her desperate grab. All these, like, D-list celebrities, like, people of ye old days, are, like, desperately trying to crawl back up with this NFT bullshit. And now it's encroaching on spaces like Fandom with this, which is why we have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
That they have no idea what they're, like, getting into. And so now Lindsay Lohan's pissing off the furries, and it's a Lil Nas X pisses off the furries again incident.
I mean,
except sadder.
Except slightly different. There's quite a difference between the reach of those two public figures.
Uh-huh.
And the offense is a little different. But, like, celebrities getting involved in fandom spaces that they don't know about, like, have any context or knowledge about in general, just, like, frustrates me.
I mean, it's been happening since the beginning.
I know, and it frustrates me. It has since the beginning.
No, I know.
It's just frustrating. It's frustrating to see celebrities encroaching on fandom spaces that they don't understand. And I have empathy for the furry community in their current time of need? Question mark?
I mean,
Distress.
It makes it sound more desperate than it is. I just feel bad for the furry community.
I feel like the furries have survived worse.
They certainly have. I have respect for the furry community in the way that it expresses itself.
It's very creative.
It is. And it's very interesting, and the art is always different, and I like that. And I like the ones that are just balls to the wall. If I'm gonna be crazy, I'm gonna go all out.
Oh yeah, like the just having the, like, knowing what you want, first of all, even finding out what makes you happy is difficult. Like, even discovering the weird shit that you're into and no one else is into is difficult because it's niche and hard to find. And like, how do you know you like the taste of pineapple if you've never eaten one? Like, you have to try shit, or you have to hear of it at least in order to be like, oh, that sounds interesting. So the fact that they found their thing, and the fact that it's so goddamn weird, and they just don't give a fuck. They're like, I am dressing up in a $1,000 shag rug costume, and I'm gonna fuck in it, and you can just fucking live with it. I don't care.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's no stopping it until it stops. Like, it's gonna lose its cool factor eventually. NFTs will stop being interesting and everyone will have wasted all their money on it and killed a bunch of the environment and slowly brought us closer to the heat death of the universe, but, you know.
Or the more horrible possibility is that they will be stupid, but they will continue to persist in popularity.
Oh, God. No. This can't be like taking your shoes off at the airport. I want to believe that NFTs will stop being a thing.
No.
So do I, but I've been wrong before.
Not only have we all been wrong before, this is the stupidest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
We had a reality TV star as a president, and he was a Nazi. And I think that it's important to understand that we're actually in hell.
No, we're in purgatory.
Don't you fucking dare.
Anyway, but yeah, NFTs are now in Fandom Spaces, so look forward to that, friends. 'Cause I sure don't. But, I don't know, did we talk about the thing?
Sure.
I mean, I think so. Yes?
We talked about what an NFT is, the fact that Neopets is launching as of the day that we release this, their NFTs, so everybody get on Twitter and see how quickly those are selling. We talked about Lindsay Lohan, and we did a nice dramatic reading of Canine Cartel, the, like, potentially racist, definitely not furry group.
But, like, what do they do?
Canine Cartel?
Like, what is the point of Canine Cartel? Like,
let's go to their website.
I couldn't find anything. Like, if it's not like a weird role-playing game where you just go on little adventures with your dogs.
I think maybe they're the kind of furries that think that all furries are into sex, so they don't realize that they are furries.
No, I don't care about that. I'm like, what do they do? Once you have your little NFT and you're part of the dog gang, what do you do? Do you go, like, commit crimes, traffic drugs, like, traffic arms?
They have exclusive tattoo designs, and they're starting an underground casino.
Okay.
And then I guess they're also coming soon. The Fiesta, the Canine Cartel will be throwing a wild rager to celebrate our victory over the Cat Cartel. Is the Cat Cartel a real thing?
No.
But, like, now I want to start a Cat Cartel, and I don't even
so
like
it is
cats.
a role-playing game. They are just...
I mean, basically.
They are just LARPing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's not even really a LARP because it's an NFT. That was an insane sentence. They are just role-playing on the computer with other furries, but they're trying really hard to convince themselves that's not what they're doing because they're doing crime, which is cool. And also, they're not furries.
Crime furries.
But, like, not furries. But yes, crime, but not furries.
I want a crime furry show.
I know, I was gonna say, I definitely want a crime furry show now. Crime furries.
Law and Order, but with furries.
Oh my god.
But not like that one episode.
No, not the furry episode of Law and Order. Or the furry episode of CSI. No, like
a normal...
Special division.
Like a normal, like... not even a good, like a subpar episode of Law and Order, just cast entirely with anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
I want, like, Ice-T to be in a fursuit.
No! This guy jacks off while dressed like a cat.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, we talked about the thing.
Yeah, we talked about the thing. It's done. We talked about it. Hopefully, it'll die soon. Probably not.
I mean, here's hoping. Anyway, you guys have any happies?
We're watching Silicon Valley.
Yeah, we're watching Silicon Valley, because Kelty and I, ever since Game of Thrones, are doing this thing where we're watching TV shows 4 years after they're popular.
Yeah.
Just...
now that they're done.
Just to be safe. And it's very funny, and it's a lot more charming than I thought it would be,
yeah.
like, for being an HBO comedy.
No nudity. None.
Zero nudity. Zero violence also, just mostly swearing.
It's disappointed on the nudity because Guilfoyle is attractive to me.
Kelty is absolutely in love with the character Guilfoyle, who is a monotone, snarky Satanist coder, who is exactly like her high school ex when she thought she was still straight.
Except he was an atheist and not a sadist, or Satanist.
Freudian
Whoops. Oops. An atheist and not a Satanist is what I meant to say. My point, I was actually getting somewhere with my happy of Silicon Valley. The fandom doesn't have enough of Dinesh and Guilfoyle, and I think it's because they're racist.
Yeah. Kelty.
I'm angry
So there's
about it.
Guilfoyle, and then there's Dinesh, who is
Pakistani.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Oh. Okay,
Who
sorry.
I thought. The actor, which was also like his breakout role, apparently, and they have a very fun, like, bickering like an old married couple rapport, and that's Kelty's bread and butter. And it is not as popular a ship as you might think, and Kelty thinks it's because of racism, because the ship between two white guys is very popular.
3 times as popular.
And there's not as much material there, if you know what I mean.
My happy this week is the same as my happy last week. I have been powering through Black Clover. It is fun. Asta is still very loud. Everybody keeps telling me he stops being loud at some point, and I have not reached that point, and I'm more than halfway through. So, don't know what y'all are talking about. But I find it endearing because he reminds me of Kelty. So every time he's just, like, screaming, I'm like, aw, Kelty.
Thanks.
Okay. His power is yelling. It's not really, but that's his power, is he yells until problems are fixed. And, like, also... and also he's just good.
Is Black Clover also about magic power people?
Yeah, Black Clover is, it's the one I was telling you about where it's a universe where everybody has magic, and Asta was born without magic.
Right,
so
yeah.
he's the special boy because he's not special.
Right. I had forgotten about this conversation. I'm remembering it now. I getcha.
And I'm trying to focus on the fact that Black Clover's making me happy, and not focus on the fact that Netflix just announced that they're going to do a Yu Yu Hakusho live-action series, and how much that makes me want to rip my eyeballs out of my goddamn head, because I fucking love Yu Yu Hakusho.
We could just not watch it. You could just not watch it.
That's not how it works, Kelty!
But we watched the trailer for Cowboy Bebop, and it looks pretty good. It does look a little leached of color, but, like, I'm getting so used to that at this point.
I know that we did a whole ass episode about how Cowboy Bebop has potential and Netflix has the potential to learn from its past mistakes, but that show is my baby, and if they fuck it up, I swear to God, I'm gonna just riot. And...
Anyway, we should probably go. You look like you're gonna have a conniption fit.
Yeah, we gotta go.
That's the spirit.
Thanks for hanging around with us this week, y'all. NFTs suck. If you'd like to find us online, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Blissfully Show. I post links to our YouTube there. If you're watching us on YouTube, hi, hello. Give us a like, comment, a subscribe. Let us know if you played Neopets. And if you played Neopets in school, or if that was just me. And yeah, until next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. I'm not secretly revealing my persona, I swear.